It is still yesterday. In fact, yesterday's episode is still uploading onto YouTube. Nobody's even seen it yet. But while I was editing yesterday's episode out, I had a brilliant idea. I think it's just about as smart as Dee's. And, okay, if you remember, Dee said you take the railings and you fold them up, and then you can, mask off areas that you don't want to get paint on. And I was thinking, I'm hoping that when I take the masking tape off, things like this right here don't get stuck on the masking tape and get ripped crooked, or some other very, very delicate little places, like here. There's a lot of really fragile stuff that if it's stuck to the masking tape, it would bend before I had a chance to even notice it and stop pulling the masking tape off. So, first of all, you want to notice that there's this sticky, it's not tape, but the, whatever.
Now, Ron, the word you're trying to remember is cellophane. How hard is it to remember cellophane?
Anyway, it's still on the other side. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice if I could paint both sides, remove the other, this sticky tape, and leave these pieces, all attached properly, and just paint the whole thing. As somebody said, it's a primer anyway. What's it going to hurt? See, but the problem is then all of these very delicate things are going to be exposed, and I find that this backing here helps to support the delicate stuff, so I'd like to leave it on. All right. I thought, hey, why not flip this thing over and then take my hobby knife and just go all the way around the railings or whatever you want to spray both sides of, and just peel off this stuff from the other side. I don't see why that wouldn't work. I have not tried it yet. I'm going to try it now. It could well be that somebody's going to have the same suggestion in the comments for today's video, but and that's fine too. That means that you're smart like me, and we're almost as smart as Dee. Okay, you remember number 43 and number 44 that I accidentally nipped off by mistake? But there's also 35 and 36 here, and as near as I can tell, on this particular sheet, that is the only other railing. This up here kind of looks like railing, but it's not, I don't think. But we want to cut from the other side. Okay, so let's just give this a try here. All right, we just want to cut along here. I think instead of going right up the middle, I think the thing to do is go as close as we can to the edge here. I should be wearing my other glasses. What's that little green thing on there? Okay, now we'll just go across the bottom here. Now, are we going to be able to take off just Are we smart or are we smart? Now, when we spray, we'll be able to come in from this side and come in from this side. Yeah, and I don't need to worry about these other little delicate parts losing their support. Okay, let's slip on the macro lens and try another one. Now the plastic sheeting is on the other side. And before I get the macro lens on, I just wanted to show you here 11, 12, and 13. Now, this is obviously railing. I believe this is some sort of very special railing. And when it's bent, it's maybe to go up onto a ladder or something, because it's obviously going to go up at an angle to something. Now this is going to be really fragile here. It'll be interesting to see what this is going to be actually for. Okay, what I'll do is I'm going to flip this over now, and we'll put the macro lens on, and we'll try and cut around this whole thing from the other side. And I think I mentioned, I think this is the only railing on this sheet, and if I didn't, I should have. Now the other side has no plastic sheeting on it. Probably going to go out of your field of view here. Okay, now we just cross over it like that. Now the idea is this should just peel off if we can get underneath it. Okay, I think you can see how this is going to go. I'm just going to go ahead now and try and do this to all of it. Well, maybe we could do this this weird one here. Let's see what happens. I'm going to continue on. You probably can't see it, but I'm continuing on from where I left off on that other one, and I'm coming across here. Okay, now I'm going to grab hold of it again, way up here. Oh, can I get through here without falling off? I guess it wouldn't matter. You know, it wouldn't matter if I went on this side. Okay, like that. Now let's get our little piece of plastic again. Where's my tweezers? Just trying to grab a hold of it. This is going to work great. Okay, I don't know if you can see the line here, but I continued on right to the edge with the hobby knife. And just get this little flap of stuff here. I want to go slowly just in case it does catch on something. But of course it didn't, so there we go. All right, those three pieces now are exposed from both sides. Yeah. I have been through all the sheets now, and I have the cellophane removed from both sides wherever there is railing. I don't think I missed any. There wasn't as much as I thought there was. Now, of course, on those two large sheets, what were they, sheets E? Well, they are solid railing of different types, mostly of one type, but yeah, there are different lengths and different, I think there's even different heights on those sheets. But anyway, we'll worry about that when we get to it. However, do you remember I was talking about, like, for instance, maybe I should put the macro lens on so that you can see. Now, on the railings that came with the Bismarck, this sort of thing, I think, was a lot more noticeable. But you'll notice that along what I think is the bottom of the railing right here, where the post comes down, you know, it stops flush with the bottom of the railing. Whereas on the top, as I've mentioned before, there seems to be a little bit of a nub or a knob or whatever on the top there. I can almost feel it. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's just on the ends that it's really noticeable, but maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe there is nothing there. In which case it wouldn't matter which way the railing went up. Anyway, what I was thinking of is when I go to spray it, if we concluded that, say, this was the top rail, that's going to be, the entire top rail is going to be exposed, especially like right here where we cut it off. And what I was thinking is that if I was to remove this little tab before I sprayed, then the spray would catch the entire top of the rail. Yeah, why can't I feel that? Well, maybe it was my imagination. Maybe I should be looking at it from a different angle. Maybe it's because the perspective is coming in sort of from the bottom of the rail, whereas if I looked at it straight from the top, I might be able to see that it's symmetrical. Okay, now that I'm looking at them, you might say straight on, or at right angles. I'm not really seeing anything that jumps out at me, you might say. With the railing on the Bismarck, there was definitely something, but no. On this railing, I'd have to say I don't think I have to worry about it. In other words, if I got the railing upside down, it wouldn't make any difference. So, okay. I think we wasted enough time over this.
You know, I just did not feel like I wanted to have a big bunch of frustration going on trying to get the Steinl-Res to work. I'd had such bad luck with it the last time, and I think the time before as well. Yeah, so I went with the Tamiya here. The 66 is almost the same color as the Steinl-Res. Now I know it's not going to stick on the photo etch as well, but I can always, touch it up later, right? Normally what I say right about now is something to the effect of the next 12-13 minutes is going to be kind of boring, so if you want to fast forward through it, I don't mind. However, I'm going to take those 12-13 minutes and I'm going to do a time-lapse thing. We'll try and quickly rush through them in less than a minute. Now, in order to finish this step here, they want us to put the little bolts on. But I'm thinking that maybe it might be a better idea to put the railing on first, because the bolts might sort of be in the way. I might get, being as I'm going to be using CA to glue the railing down onto the edge here, I might end up getting it on the bolts. So even though it says put the bolts on first before you move on to this step here, I think I will try and get the railing on. Then we'll drop the boats down. And then we'll get over onto the last step. Now, I'll readjust everything in a minute here. But this little short one is supposed to go right here. Okay, and then this longer one, see if we can get it off without kinking it. I didn't realize it was going to stick so good to the masking tape. Oh my. I have to almost bend it to get it off of there. That's not good. Maybe I'm going to have to put something underneath it. And where's the toothpick that I used when I was doing the Bismarck? Well, this is not it, but it's made the same way. I just made this up just now. Yeah, this is going to work. But you know, a moment ago I glanced up at the clock and I didn't realize it was as late as it is. We've got to wind this episode up, and thanks for watching, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll probably be just continuing on with this piece right here. Well, maybe I'll finish getting it off here. Didn't I say we'll see you tomorrow? I'm going to have to say it again. Yeah, I'm very surprised that that stuck on there so good. Almost got it. Just a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Now you can see the underside is pretty shiny there because I don't know, maybe I didn't do a very good job of painting that. It looks all right. Whoops. It looks all right like this. Or where will I get it here? Okay, when it's like that, it looks all right. And when it's like that, it looks all right. Okay, well, that's the way we're going to be viewing it. I mean, we're not going to be looking at it from the bottom. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.